What's going on? This is Wataya from pictureframesgames, and today we're going to play some Tetris 99. There's a Tetris Maximus Cup, like a tournament event going on right now, and if you collect enough points you get this skin for Ring Fit Adventure. They have these tournaments on and off, and it seems like they are mostly just unapologetically using Tetris as a sort of billboard for whatever Nintendo game is not doing so hot or is coming up. But anyway, I'm always up for a challenge. I'm not crazy about how this skin looks. And I'm a little bit rusty. I haven't played in quite some time. My whole life has just been consumed by Animal Crossing. And I just want to quickly say thanks to those kind souls who have visited my island and taken me up on picking my flowers. It's been a big nuisance for me, and I'm glad that people are able to benefit from my mistakes. One man's mistakes are another man's flowers. Or woman. Not another man's woman, another woman's flowers. One human's flowers, etc. So let's just go ahead and keep tearing this down. The way I play, I kind of like to leave the right space open for Tetrises. A Tetris is when you clear 4 lines with an I piece. I piece is that blue piece right there. That was a Tetris. And a T-spin is... I'll show you a T-spin in just a little bit. But T-spin is really cool because you don't need as many pieces to set up, and it sends the same amount of garbage to your enemies as a Tetris does. And a T-spin, as you might imagine, involves using a T-piece and spinning it into place where normally you wouldn't expect it to. Ooh, that's a big oof. But it's pretty fixable. This is a kind of pseudo T-spin here, if I can just get it to... There we go. Yeah, that is a T-spin, technically. But we didn't clear any lines, so we can't send any garbage to anyone. Let's try and set up a T-spin, and I'll show you that it does indeed send the same number of garbage lines to your enemies as a whole Tetris does. And the more... Ooh, it's not looking very pretty, but we can fix it. Little mistakes in this game are quite easily fixable. I'm going to go ahead and just spin into here, even though we're not getting the full amount. That didn't get 4 lines like the other one because we didn't clear both lines, if that makes sense. The T piece has the long 3-line across and then the one in the middle, right? And if you can spin and clear both rows like this right here, then you get 4. But if you just get the half of it, then you're not going to send all 4 lines to your enemies. A lot of pro players, like really pro players, like to talk about looking ahead like 4, 5, 6 pieces ahead, which is like if you count, that's the entire queue that's coming up in the top right where it says next. That's the entire queue. That's 6 pieces. Even I'm not at that level. I'm not even close. I'm always looking ahead like 2, 3 pieces max ahead. And that's what this game is all about, is looking ahead and trying to optimize your movement. A lot like Animal Crossing. What a lot of people don't know is that the final boss in Animal Crossing is actually the same boss as Tetris. Which is to say that both of the final bosses are yourself. And that was meant to be a bit, but that's actually kind of deep. With either game, the challenge is really just how optimally or efficiently can you set up your gameplay so that you're not making any extra moves so that you're not making extra mistakes, breaking more tools than you need to. How many tarantulas can I catch in 1 hour? What game are we playing? Is this Smash Animal? Well, the point is, you want to be looking ahead in this game so that you can set up your pieces correctly and not create too many open spaces. So if you're trying to up your Tetris game, my single piece of advice would be to look ahead and don't try and use a piece immediately to clear a line just because you can. There you have a T-spin, and we just did that much more damage. Right, and we're getting 6 lines of damage this time around, because on the bottom right you can see I'm 25% up. Now I'm 50% up. Depending on how many KOs you get, you're gonna have a multiplier to your damage output, and instead of just getting the 4 lines of garbage that I was sending at the beginning, now I'm sending 6. And now that I'm 75% up, I should be doing way more than that per T-spin, or really any line clear. So back to Animal Crossing. I finally cut down a whole bunch of my trees because my whole place was just looking like a forest. And that seems to be the most common feedback that I was receiving. And now, lo and behold, you guys were right. I cut down my trees, and now I'm a 5-star island. Why don't you look at that? One of the hottest places, one of the hottest tour locations in the world. That's what Isabel told me anyways. So let's wrap this game up. We're in the top 10. We're looking pretty good. We're in a good position. But anyway, yeah, I got 5 stars, folks. And that means that I got access to the golden watering can, which I just crafted, and I set up a couple of gold rose locations on my island, and I'm really hoping that they will bloom soon, if not today, in the next couple days, and then I can make a video about some gold roses. Oh, got a couple of mistakes happening. But like I said earlier, most of these little mistakes are really fixable, and I see a lot of people playing and kind of fretting immediately whenever they make one mistake. But, you know, as you're seeing, like, this game is pretty forgiving, and you can still spin a piece after it's been set. So just take your time. If that particular piece that you have on hand isn't working, just switch to the one in hold and see if that'll do. I messed up a potential T-spin right there, but I'm not too worried about it. We're looking really good right now. We're in the top 2. We're 100% up. Making some small oopsies, but I don't think we really need to worry about our opponent. He's in the red, and that should about do it. Nice. Not a very convincing game, but that's how you beat Tetris. Come take my flowers, please. And subscribe to Picture Frames Games. See you next time.